Scratches on boots, dust on the heart. The track's still there till the fences part. Low winds howl like a rebel scream. Bureaucrats' walls can't hold the dream. Hey!
Okay, we're here at the beach today and we're doing the Suburban series about where to fish in the suburbs if you live in the suburbs and you're shy going to the beach. Now looking at this beach now, have a look at this. It's low going to high. Where would you fish? Where would you fish? If you picked over there, you'd be right. There's a gutter there coming up to a high. Not a lot of activity, so we're going to head down there and fish that location. Just in fishing the locations, got to be careful of the other users, the surfboard riders, the swimmers, and share the resource that we've got. No use causing carnage here when we're fishing. Plenty of beaches, plenty of locations, and we're actually going to where the people don't swim anyway, where they're not supposed to swim. Let's take it, shaggers, let's go. Reading the beach. So when you normally, for the beginners who don't know how to read a beach, it's normally where the danger signs are, or do not swim. That indicates a rip. The rip is the highway of the beach. And even in suburban beaches, all beaches normally have a rip. So if you're a novice and you don't know how to read a beach, look for the dark water. On the suburban beaches, we have a lot of users, and you can probably see all the surfers through here. This is middle of the week. I know I'll be doing the Suburban series during the week at different beaches to see what we get. Very smooth. They're saying a storm. It's coming up to a high tide at 12, so there's a good close gutter up through here. Noting today that we'll be using bait with worms, and they're Tweed River worms. They're pre-packaged bait, not live worms. Again, we're targeting whiting. They're normally in the morning or in the evenings, but we're going to give it a go. It's too good of a day not to go out and give it a go. So we can hope, only hope. So you can now see the rip through here, and then there's another fisherman in the gutter. Now, you've got to have some etiquette, guys. You just can't go and perch up right next to him. Go to the left or right. Don't invade his space, he's there first. So what I'll be doing, I'll be actually going a little bit further away from him so we don't impede what's going on. And we can all share the resource nicely. Nothing worse than actually coming down to a beach and crashing someone. Really bad, really bad. I'll go up and ask him how he's going, and then we'll take it from there, and I'll just move to another location just up a little bit further. Hopefully he'll be nice. Us old locals, you know, sometimes we get a little bit cranky. Game on. How's it going? Any luck? Hey? Oh, that's all right. It's a good tide just before it all comes through, isn't it? Yeah, I won't bombard your space. I'm just going to go a bit further up, you know what I mean? Yeah. See it all the way through there. Oh, yeah, I've got a lighter sinker. Yeah, I'm just up the road. I said I'd come down through here. I said, oh, I'll just give it a go and give it a crack. Before this, I caught a couple of good whiting here the other day, so it's some really good ones, you know, and a chopper tailor were coming in. So, but I just thought that I was just home 3 minutes up the road and said, great tide, let's go, hey?
Yeah, make it slide, yeah.
Exactly right, yeah.
Oh, good size, yellowtail, like swallowtail.
Yeah, okay, that's good.
But they're a bit of fun,
yeah. Sometimes they're play proportions, aren't they?
Where'd you get your whiting? Here?
Yeah, here. I just worked it in through here. Yeah, but it was in the morning.
Oh, yeah.
Morning coming up, high tide coming up, and then it was only about a 1 hour period, and that was it. You know. Yeah. All right, I'll leave you to it. I'll anchor down through here.
I haven't been at it for a while. I fished it for 60 years at beach.
Well, I normally fish with albies, right?
Yeah.
And I've got an 8-pound leader.
Yeah.
Okay, so I normally run the tube, but I'm going to try these because I tried these up at Coss Harbour,
Yeah.
and they're only 20 cents each, right? And I couldn't stop them from jumping on the hook. So I'm gonna give them a go here and just see what's through. But I always like the red tube.
Yeah, I got beach worms on.
Yeah, I've got some beach worms here, so we'll just we'll lock and load, eh?
Yeah.
All right, I'll catch you later. What?
Fish is fun,
Yeah, I will. I'll keep away from you. All good. And so fishing this gutter in through here. I'm fishing a bit heavy for the conditions. Just wanted to hold bottom. I might change later for a different weight. But I'm fishing the run out through here. We might change down, but we're using beach worms. And we've got this gutter all the way through here now. So we'll just see how we fare. Other fisho said there's a few dart around. That'd be good if we can get a few of those, but we'll just see. Really good conditions. Because of my smaller rod, I'm getting down closer to the water. If I was fishing with my albie and a larger beach stick, I'll be further up the beach. But I always like being in the water anyway. Gives me that nice and cool at stage. So it's transition now from the warm temperatures of the water for whiting, etc., going to the cooler species, which will be your tailor. Darts are always around, and you get some bigger whiting in the cooler months. Always action around these areas. Got the helicopter swooping around, coming in low, monitoring the beach. Okay, so I've got something here now, so we'll just wind it in, see what the story is here. Looks like a dart. See coming in now. It's like okay, so we've got an Australian 7 straight up on the worm. Not a bad fish. Again. That's not what we're after. Too bad. That was a good Australian salmon. First go, had one jump in the current through there, so but not the species we're looking for. So, but the beach is producing the fish, so that's a good sign. So it's important to note that when I went up to the other fisherman, I asked him, I said, mate, I'm just going to head over here. He goes, yeah, head over here, so you know, not crashing his spot. You know, nothing worse than doing that. Some people say, oh mate, you're too close. But you speak to the guys, you know, and they crash their party, they're very happy. And again, there's only one area to virtually fish here at the moment, so we'll see how we go. And everyone's having a good go and not interfering with each other, which is the most important thing. You know, so many people fish at Fraser Island, you know, shoulder to shoulder on wharfs, and there's that respect has just gone out, you know. The guy's there first, respect him, he got there early, he got the best location, and deal with it, and find another location, or come back another day, you know. That's what it's about. So this is quite a good area. You can see the dark water going through here, but I'm eyeing off that spot where that surfer's just going out through there, and I'm looking at that water. If I get a cast out to where he is, I think that's on the edge of a bank too, which is good. This is travelling out through here, so I'm in a prime location, but I reckon where that surfer is too, that may produce something just off the back end of the dip. I'll just keep my eye out on that. I'm looking at that, but if you look at this formation through here, you know, fantastic. These helicopters, they're everywhere, hey? Spending more time watching helicopters than I am fishing on the stuff going on at 2035. Always activity in 2035. Oh, you laugh. Yeah, so I'm using the Tweed River king worms. They're $27 a packet, and you get them in a Chinese container. Well, I have to say they're really good value. You get quite a lot for $27 rather than the smaller packet variety, and a larger consistency without that really soft end tail, you know, what you normally get. You start the head and you move down and it's all mushy. I have to say that these ones are very consistent, and I've caught up at Boambie, I caught all our stuff on these, and also the salmon I caught previously, and the one that I missed, also a good hit, probably also a salmon in these colder conditions. They do produce, so I think for the investment, for the money, in my opinion, they're pretty good. And it's not a paid sponsor. I know I'm just a fisherman, but you can refreeze them and do it again and again without any issues if they're going soft. So not bad. But the proof in the pudding is if you catch some edible fish. Australian salmon edible, but not on my target today. Normally I'd catch it and smoke it. I just bought a smoker from Anaconda, so but the one I caught was a little bit under for my liking. Okay, so we're going to try another location now. You see the edge of the sandbar through here, little gutter running through here, pretty dead water, so we'll give that a go. Just been speaking to Mick back then, he's got a whiting, but they've been pretty slow. We'll pop it up through here, and we'll move from here on the edge of the sandbar to this gutter to that area over through there. We'll give it a cast and see. There we go. There we go. So the move proved worthy. We'll just see what it is here. Might be another. Fighting a bit. Nothing out there. On a bit. See what's come on the beach here. Take me around here. got here. You see it bring him in through here. That's another. Seven. There you go. So one move, a little salmon. That's all good. That's a better one there now. Let's say that's about 4. Who knows what it is. So it's about 38, 37, 38, 40, let's say 45. I'm happy with 45 for you guys are. Okay, so that was just a move into this area through here. And one move where it's been really quiet has proved today. So not a bad fish. I'll chuck this in all the way through. And off we go again. Yeah, so we caught that salmon, see, and you got to move, so that's why I packed light. I've got a little pouch, double backpack, I've got a healthy bag, so I can move different areas. I don't have to carry a bucket or anything around. And a first move, and a salmon, so that's a good sign. So we might have a patch of them through here with a bit of size. Hopefully between the salmon we might get a tail or something else in here, but I like that formation, this little ditch through here, that sandbank on the edge now and here. It's coming to a full high tide, and the waves have decreased significantly, all the surfaces are gone, but we did pick up one on the first move, which is great. And I'm happy with 45 centimetres if you guys are, mate. My measuring stick doesn't go past 38 apparently.